I've said it before and I'll say it again. Purity culture is rape culture, and purity culture does not end when you get married.
Hey guys, welcome back to Red Reacts. I'm your host Lee. Today we will be looking at a TikTok that I seen earlier of a woman that's talking about her struggle with her husband wanting sex and her not wanting sex. I've seen a little bit of this video. I always do when it comes to these reactions, but I wanted to finish it out with you guys. Maybe seen about 30 seconds to a minute. It's like a 3-minute clip, so let's go.
This video was created to offend, so if you are offended by anything, it's working as intended. Enjoy the show.
But it is dangerous to neglect our husband's needs.
Okay, so I'm at work, so I'm gonna make this brief. This video has like 5 million views, and it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure people have already given this take, but I figured I would add to it because I saw a video saying like the straights are at it again, which like fair. But also I think it's really important to like clarify that this is the church, like at work. That's what's happening.
Why do people keep blaming stuff on Christianity? Come on. You know when they're saying the church, they're not talking about like Islam or Buddhism or anything like that. They're just talking about Christianity.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Purity culture is rape culture, and purity culture does not end when you get married. The idea that having sex with your husband is a biblical duty, the idea that you have to serve your husband in that way, leads to rape in marriages. And yes, you can get assaulted in your marriage. Additionally, the idea that men need sex and that they have to have it, and there's this whole hormonal component.
Actually, there is a hormonal component, and you can look up any study about the hormones between men and women, the difference in T levels, testosterone. You'll see that has a huge impact on our biological structure and pretty much our hormones, the way how much we want sex. These studies are out there. I mean, I'm looking at one right now. I'll put it on the screen later on, but it just goes to show that when people want a certain thing or they think a certain way, not even science can change that.
Leads to women specifically feeling pressured and feeling like if they don't fulfill that need, they are going to be left, they are going to be lashed out at, or they are going to be abused.
The bigger question is, why would you get married to somebody you don't feel they're desirable enough to want to have sex with them regularly? I just don't understand that. Maybe I'm missing something, but I feel like if you marry a person, you have at least a certain amount of physical attraction to them. And even if not as much physical, some type of mental attraction to them that's very strong, to the point where you'd say, okay, I desire this person quite often. So why would you have to like withhold that from the person that you feel desirable towards?
One of the primary reasons why I was assaulted in my relationship, because my partner made it seem like his primary need was sex, and that if that wasn't fulfilled, he was going to leave me. He quite literally listed out his needs from a biblical website. There was a website where you can classify your needs, like kind of like a love language website. And he put sex at the top, and he clarified, like, I hope you're okay with that, because that's just what it's gonna have to be. And then it went from
It sounds reasonable. He wants his wife to have sex with him. Why is that such a crime in today's society?
You're okay with that to we're gonna pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure. Putting that type of pressure on your partner, even if that is your wife, is still coercion. You are still pressuring and coercing someone into doing something that if there was no pressure, no outside circumstances, they wouldn't want to do. And if you watch her video, she talks about the fact that the pleasure that she's getting is from feeling like her husband is respected. The pleasure isn't from just the inherent act of getting pleasure from sex. It's from, oh, I have to respect my husband, and that's what's giving me pleasure. Women, specifically women in Christian marriages, you deserve pleasure on your own. You deserve to just have pleasure in sex.
First of all, yes, she's doing the right thing. She's saying the right thing. If she wants to respect her husband, we're not talking about boyfriends, we're not talking about friends. If she wants to respect her husband, yeah, that's a good idea. You got to spend the rest of your life with this person. Or in today's society, you don't have to. You just get divorced after a few years, and that's the idea that a lot of people are venturing towards. Just maybe I'll be with this person for this amount of time. When I get bored, I'll just get a divorce.
Not pleasure out of making someone feel respected or needed or honored, but just simply pleasure for yourself. And at the very end of this video, she says that if her husband ever came home and said, "Oh, I don't want to have sex with you," that she would be so offended and hurt. Once again, that is rape culture.
No. You want this person to find you desirable because you're with this person for a very long time. There's people that are married for 20, 30, 40 years. If the person is not attracted to you early on, how are they going to be attracted to you later on in life? Come on. Everything is not some type of specific culture. Rape? Wow. You guys haven't seen marital rape. That is not marital rape. It's just one person trying to please the other in a relationship, and you call that rape.
Should not be offended if someone says they don't want to have sex with you. That is their choice. And if you are offended or hurt or make a big scene, you're not respecting their consent. And that's an issue. So once again, let's stop acting like the church does not encourage rape and sexual assault, even in marriages, because it does.
The church doesn't tell you to do anything against your will. It is kind of a duty to give certain things to your husband, but it doesn't say like to the point that you abuse your own body. It's not like in any little second. It says nothing in the Bible about that. I don't know if she used to be Christian or anything, but she's very much misquoting the Bible. But I got a few statistics up on the screen, and you'll see what a lot of men are running into these days. So this statistic is from mindbodygreen.com. I'll put the link down in the description for these statistics, but they're accessible on other sites as well. According to the 2018 General Social Survey's data on about 660 married people who shared details about how often they had sex in the past year, 25% had sex once a week, 16% had sex 2 to 3 times per week, 5% had sex 4 or more times per week, 17% had sex once a month, 19% had sex 2 to 3 times per month, 10% hadn't had sex in the past year, 7% had sex once or twice in the past year. So with those statistics, you see why some men are going crazy in marriages, and they're basically begging their wife to do something. The way she described the marriage, it sounded like she barely ever wanted to have sex with this guy. Ladies, if you want to be in a marriage, just know that comes with a guy. You know how guys are when it comes to sex. This is no secret. If you want to be in a marriage, you have to give your man sex. If a man just decides one day, hey, I'm going to stop being a protector and a provider, even though you guys see that as the bare minimum, guys see sex as the bare minimum. So let's not kid ourselves. These statistics, 25% has sex once a week. What do you think this guy is doing the rest of the week? You expect him to masturbate for the rest of the week? Come on. In the comments, tell me what you think marriage is. Seriously. Because if you're providing for somebody, they don't want to respect you, don't want to give you sex, what is a guy supposed to do with that? Like, let's grow up.